Waiting for mortgage rates to drop could be a costly mistake. Once rates drop, new homebuyers will enter the market and prices will soar even higher. At Churchill Mortgage, you can get a free analysis and learn how to avoid the trap of waiting for interest rates to drop. Buy now and refi later at churchillmortgage.com. This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Equal Housing Lender. 1749 Mallory Lane, Suite 100, Brentwood, Tennessee 37027.
The following series is outlandish, unapologetic, and uncut. Listener discretion is advised, but not enforced. Are you ready? Let's do this. Ready. Are you ready? Ready? See, I don't know how ready you are, because it don't sound like you're ready yet. One way or another, we're going to have
I'm ready.
That's right. This is the uncut, man.
Let's do this.
This is it. This is prime time. Oh, yes. It's going to happen right now. And you know what?
I'm going to make my mama proud.
That's right. Make her proud. Make her proud. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do this right now. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and bring on the Hangouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pumped up now. You pumped up now, dude. It is time for the Hangouts. Bring on the intro. Okay, fine. We'll team up. I'm J-Man, and this is J360 Hangouts here on
J360 Radio!
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the J360 Hangouts, episode 7. And I am your host, J-Man, of course. And yes, I know it would be considered, J-Man show night. No, it's not. It would be Jams night. But the thing about it is, there's no jams this week. It's Hangouts week. And with me, of course, is the man himself, the man with the power, the man with the hour, the force to be reckoned with.
SpaceForce.
Hey, SpaceForce here. Yes, I reckon to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm super stoked to be here.
Ha! Yes, in case you all didn't realize this was going to happen. One way or another, I told you the guest would be exciting. Just like Jack last time from Final Shift, now we got my man SpaceForce right here in J360 Radio. Good to have you here, sir. And you know, one way or another, awesome. Jam Fam is all allowed to be on Hangouts, and that's what it's all about. Not only just for me to shoot the shit and have a good time. By the way, it's an uncut show, my friend, so you ain't gotta worry about having that whole thing on. But if you're gonna censor yourself, I have no problems with it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm allowed to go ahead and cuss and shit. So,
Roger that.
Yeah,
Roger that.
But anyway, man, here we are. God, dude, you have had a pretty astonishing career in synthwave so far. I mean, what would Crack the Sky, Sunset Sky, and then of course Initiation, and not to mention all the singles in between. Like, dude, you are doing it.
Yeah, I'm just trying my best, man. Learning one day at a time and just making what I love. It's just music.
I'll say, man, and it shows. Like, I've been a fan of yours ever since 2017, man. I'm just saying, you doing it. Like, that is just amazing what you have brought out and stuff like that. Inspirational work. I've actually taken some of the songs and put them on, like, my first publication for, like, the whole thing of independent music, which was Song of the Day, Song of the Night. I mean, like, all that stuff was just... It's beautiful, man. Beautiful work what you're doing. And in one way or another, I got into the whole synthwave group, started up J360 Jams after a while, and little did I realize I finally meet you face to face, and then, like, you actually help grow this thing with me. And that's really cool.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Jay. And it's like, it's funny because the same way I elevated you, you're doing that for the whole indie community. You're insane, Jay.
Yeah, I am. But let me tell you this. You see, the thing is, when it comes to insanity, though, don't you ever bring that up. Because one way or another, we can't prove that in court, you know? Even though at the same time, that's between you, me, and the state of Delaware.
Yeah.
But you know something, my dude, I'm telling you, one way or another, you've been a big help for this, and the Jam Fam loves you. Man, you're that brother I always wanted, dude, like I said.
Likewise, man.
Yep. And not only that, you're really kicking ass. I don't know how you're going to top Anthem or any of the other tracks. I know you are. I'm not going to say that. That's BS, man. The hell with that kind of writing. Who wrote these damn questions? You know what? It was probably me. It was me inoculated by the COVID vaccine. So as I got inoculated by that crap, I started writing a whole bunch of things that sound generic. So I'm not doing that. No. We're going to go ahead and we're going to have a good time about this kind of stuff tonight. We'll be showcasing 3 songs from your album Initiation. But hey, one way or another, this is about you, my man. What inspired you to get started with music and all?
Well, basically, I started in music at an early age. I started when I was 10 years old, and my dad, he had bought me a percussion instrument called timbales, or timbales in English. It doesn't have a translation. Anyways, basically, it's just two tom-toms with a sharper sound. And so my dad would play guitar, and he would sing, and sometimes he would even play keyboards at the same time. The dude is freaking insane. And my mom would play her sax, and I would play. I would accompany them on the timbales. So it's just, I would always be in awe with my dad. It's just so cool, the ability he had to play guitar, sing, and then play keyboards also. But anyways, enough about my dad, right? So basically, after that, once I moved from the timbales, we needed a drummer because we were a musical group that we played in church. And so my dad played the guitar, keyboard, and my mom would play the sax. But we needed a drummer. And my dad, he basically showed me some simple technique, and that's when that blossomed. That was the love for drumming. That's where it all started. After that, that's basically the origin of where my love came for drumming. And then I played with my parents at church for years. And when I was 16, this is a funny story, Jay. When I was 16, I formed a band called Wet Pants.
Oh, I'm never letting that go.
Wet Pants, yeah, because I was really into punk rock. I was really into Blink-182, Sum 41, The Offspring. But the thing was, we would only really just jam, and we didn't really make any like music, and it was really just cheesy songs. But it was awesome. It was a cool experience. Then came college, and that's when the whole disconnect happened, and I kind of stopped playing music for a couple of years. And it's funny because you mentioned 2017, and that's exactly when I started looking at basically how DAWs worked. And I was really intrigued by the way these things work, right? And so what I did was in 2017, I actually created a song with some samples from my phone. And yeah, and it's called Weather Space Alert, which is a pretty cool song, but it's not exactly where I wanted to be, right? Where at that time, I didn't want to stay there.
Right.
So then around 2018 came, and I had bought myself an electric drum kit, and that's when it's little by little like that love that I had for drumming and that love for just playing music kind of slowly came back. And then what happened to everyone? The pandemic hit, right? Mm-hmm. And so basically I was stuck at home because we were allowed to work from home. So I had a lot of free time in my hands. So that's when I started to really, on my own time, learn how to actually produce music on my own.
Very awesome.
And
man.
I made it my mission. I would spend hours and hours just trying to learn how different DAWs work and just the whole production, the whole process. And then I just fully committed. I fully committed to creating my own music, my own sound.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's basically part of the story right there.
All right, but I'm going to keep chipping away to get that part too. I know it's in there. Here's the thing. Well, so Wet Pants, huh?
Yeah, Wet Pants. Don't make please don't make fun of me because that horrible band name, Wet Pants. I don't know what the hell I was thinking about.
Hey, man, we all go through it. I mean, don't we know a guy who makes some crazy names and stuff in the Jam Fam? Got much respect to him, but still at the same time, it's like, I think when I tried to start making a band, I had a crazy name too. So, embarrassing name. But I'm not going to mention it today because it's not about how sick I am. But but I'm gonna tell you, my man, I mean, like, I can hear every single time you do it, like, you really go all in. Have you ever heard this song from I know you've seen this movie, right? The Adventures of Bill and Ted? Mm-hmm. Or no, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, like when
Excellent
that song
Adventure.
Breakaways playing with Big Pig and all that kind of stuff, and it's like all those drums that they were drumming to and stuff. Like, that was kind of how I felt when I heard your music. And I was like, I was sucked in, man. I was in the zone. Like, right Thank there. You. Like, I don't know how many pads or, like, what sort of repetitions you have it set on those pads, but you do awesome with that.
Yeah, I try to build layers I just try to like I just try that my music is felt, like not only heard, but you can actually feel it. So I just like it's a process. It's not just hey, let's just make this song and let's send it out and that's it. No, it takes me a while because I'm very meticulous with my sound and my music.
And it shows, man. Like, you really over there vibrating and every damn thing else. I was like, I had it on the sound bar one time, right? My neighbors was like, hey, turn that down. I was like, nah, I got to feel the vibrations course through me. And truth be told, I had a good time with that, man. I was like, you know, whatever you got there, man, it's special. And I'm just glad that when I started Jams, I think your first debut on Jams was either 5 or it was 6. No, it was 5. It was definitely 5. And I know this, though, like, that was one spectacular debut. I was like, I had to have you on there. Sunset Sky was that damn good.
Yeah. And it just, I'm glad you see all and you can hear the hard work I spend on these songs. Because sometimes I would spend just hours on, and I'm not lying, just like maybe 5 seconds of like a part of the song because I don't like it. I would just keep on editing it and just trying to get it the way I want it. Until I get it, I won't give up. That's something that I can see it in my daughter, too. She's very persistent. So, yeah, I'm like that, too.
That work ethic, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Shoot. I mean, I feel that same way, too, when I'm doing something. Except for, like, when I'm doing something that's live. Like, you know, when I'm doing, like, J360 jams, you know. I'm sitting there, I'm like this. Okay, let's do it 1, 2, 3. Because if the ISP's not good, you know, I'm not going to win this war, but I'll be back tomorrow. And as I'm back there tomorrow, bright and early, I'm going to shatter some windows to prove my point and say, Daddy's back. And I did. So that's usually how that goes, my man. But yeah, stay on the beat. That's what I love about artists like us, man. One way or another, when we got something set, we going for it. And we're going to cross that line one way or another.
Yeah, and it also ties in with my military background. Like, that's something that's already ingrained in me. Like, if I have a goal in mind, there's nothing that's going to stop me. Like, you know, because that's the way the military is. If there's a mission, we complete it, and that's it. We'll always find a way to complete it.
Mm-hmm.
So that stuck. That attitude stuck. So that's why I see, and basically that's how I try to live. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, the job's got to
get
growth
done mindset.
One way or another. Yes. And I like that growth mindset, my dude. You know, one way or another, that's what separates us from the wannabes.
There we go.
Yeah, you know?
The wannabes, the posers.
Yep. The ones that are out there and taking up all the damn space and all that other crazy stuff. They're just as evil as those conglomerates. We have to put a stop to them, man. I got to make the streets safe to walk again. And one way or another, the J360 Legion is made for that. Well, actually, that's the fan base. But the J-Man Armada is made for that. So here's how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, my dude, I mean, like, one way or another, meeting you, and then that led to other people coming in, of course, like, you know, with Cyboggin, too. Like, God, we had that whole tight-knit thing there, and we still do. But the thing is this, man, we were the eye in the storm.
Yeah, definitely. I have to give out shout-out to Cyboggin because he was one of the first people in the community to just like help me and just open just love. Like no I never sensed any negativity from Cyboggin. It was just positive and love and helping hand. And he would the amazing part that kind of stick with me too from him, he would always be constantly sharing other posts from other artists. So like, man, I gotta start doing that too. So he was definitely on it.
Mm-hmm. That man could actually get some PR going in addition to that sound that he made. Like, one way or another, like, he's definitely, you know, he's definitely ingrained in the foundation of the Jam fam, too. Much respect to him.
Yeah.
Come back to us when you get a chance, my dude. We'll have you on a Hangouts episode as well. And not to mention the 2 tracks that you guys made. I play those all the time. I'm just going to be for real. I play the J360 Anthem and I play the J-Man Show Anthem, especially when I'm about to do some things. But you guys with Storms Are Coming and Flight of the Navigator, those are my motivations, man. I love that stuff. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Shout out again to Cyboggin. Hey, Cyboggin, if you're listening to this, I'm waiting for you. I'm ready. Let's make this album.
Yes. And indeed do so. Matter of fact, you know something? And I like how, like, every album progresses to the conclusion of a story, you know? Is that what your idea for the whole Space Force lore was exactly?
Yeah, no, sometimes I'm too meticulous. Every single thing that I do, I try to connect it. So that's why there's songs that connect from Crack the Sky to this album, just because of the story behind it.
Oh, nice. Are you going to give us a taste of what the story is?
Yeah, why not?
All right. Or are we going to let the track do the talking, which is the first one of the night? Do you want me to go ahead and bring that up, or how are we going to tell
I'm ready. I'm ready to get pumped. I'm ready to get pumped with that anthem. Okay. That's my pump up song.
You know it, man. I think this is the song to
the
really
roof
sell
is
the
on
point.
fire. The roof.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to showcase 3 of his tracks, and these are from Initiation, the same album, of course. The first track of the evening is called The Space Force Anthem. Take it away.
Come unwrap some holiday magic this season in Denver, where the lights are brighter and the shopping is grander. The shows are more spectacular, the trees taller, the festivities merrier. So come for your holiday traditions or make some new ones with your friends and family in the Mile High City, where the season feels a whole lot more wonderful. Discover great hotels and more things to do at milehighholidays.com.
Excellent track, my man. I love the Space Force Anthem. Really gets you pumped up and ready to go.
That was the whole purpose behind that song, get you pumped up for the album. So that's why I put it right after the intro track.
I'll say, I'm like, dang, man, make you just want to salute that man. Hell yeah. It's not even my episode at that point. I'm in a crossover special. I just show up around like that last 5 minutes in case things get rough. That's it. This is Space Force's journey. That's what it's all about. I like that. Beautiful work, my man. And you know what?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You wanna let them know what the lore is all about if you want to, or like, because I mean, like, I'm definitely ready to march into that army right now. You know.
All right, let me see if I can explain, because it's like it's still a work in process, but
hey, give us a little taste, man.
So the first thing I want to clear out, I know it says Space Force, right? I'm Space Force. It has nothing to do with the United States Space Force, okay? Yes, we have the same name, and I did use their name to create an artist name, but in reality, I like to see it like Space Force. This is the science fiction version of the United States Space Force. So that's where I come in, and I create all these stories behind the Space Force and his travels through all the galaxies. And so I like to think that my music are little pieces of broadcasts that are in the air coming back to Earth. And that's it might sound silly and cheesy, but I like it.
Hey, it's beautiful, man. I like it. Gives you that Iron Man feel. Is he alive or dead? What's going through in his head? Yeah. Oh, you know it, man.
I am
Iron Man.
I love that song.
Nobody wants him.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Isn't that Black Sabbath?
You know it, my man.
Yeah.
Shoot, one of the coolest bands of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Definitely. Dude, so to kind of to add a little bit, so there's other characters that I'm kind of introducing, or they're already in the story. For example, the last space cowboy is Space Force's father, and that's where he appears in Crack the Sky, and then he he does his final appearance in the Robot King. Sadly, he passes away.
Oh.
Yeah, Jay, can you believe I was really bummed? I was like, no, but I had to end that story.
Well, hey, man,
yeah, that chapter is done.
That's just the way it goes. Like, you know, Fox McCloud got to reunite with his father, and that was like the last run they had, and that was it. You know, kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that was similar to that. Yeah, it's like almost the same thing. I remember Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
When he that's cool.
See, hey, I told you, man. We sync, man. See? One way or another, you know exactly what's going on. We just don't agree with baseball and everything. You know, like I say, the Phillies were robbed, damn it. Robbed, I say.
Yeah, I know. It's sore loser, but it's okay.
Of course you would say that, because you know why? Because you're a Yankees fan. That's exactly why you would say that.
That has nothing to do. I'm a Yankees fan.
It has everything to do with it. That was the first time our two teams have met up in like how many years, and those guys choked. I was, why? A-Rod's not on our team. Why you do that?
Nah, A-Rod sucked anyways. I was never really a huge fan of A-Rod.
Hell no, it was Derek Jeter's team. Shoot, we all know that.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think A-Rod was on the roster of that year, so that's why it's hilarious.
Yeah, because he sucked in the playoffs.
Oh, dude, for real. The man can't even stay married to J-Lo. Now look, here's the funny.
Yeah, but I think it's because he likes to play around. That's why he's not. Not. You know.
Well, he couldn't do any of that on his damn team worth a damn, could he? While I could throw stones at A-Rod, I will say, you know, one way or another, the man had taste. He just couldn't apply it in the baseball field during when it counts. Things like that.
Exactly. He had no clutch.
Yeah, not at all. But he could choke. So,
oof.
Come on, it was a good roast. Now, but I'm going to tell you this, my man, like one way or another, that is a good story you have there. I'm going to be around here to see how it grows. I know the J360 Legion will be. I know one way or another, like, the Jam Fam definitely is interested. Like, we got to see where this mytho grows. And I can see it now, this character Space Force battling against a space anomaly that's kind of like Dagon or Cthulhu or one of those other things that I can't pronounce from H.P. Lovecraft lore. You know, things like that. I could see that happening.
Funny, you mentioned Cthulhu, and I was just thinking that.
Cthulhu!
Like, yeah, that's what I got to do next, like a big boss. Well, not a big boss, because the Robot King was the big boss, but something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely.
you know, hey, you can go for a second coming. It usually happens. I mean, how you get from Ghidorah to Mecha Ghidorah and then over there to Mecha Godzilla, one way or another, the bosses get bigger. We the ones screwed. We can't go nowhere.
Yep.
Oh, man. But, you know, like, one way or another, I'm just loving your growth, man. Like, you got a style all your own, and you're making your mark, and that's just what's so awesome about it. And, you know, that next level is going to be there. Like, shoot. And I hope to join in on another one of your songs. For those that don't know, but I'm not going to toot my own horn, you can listen to it on the album. But, unless you want to.
Nah, but you should mention it. No, I'm going to mention it. The Robot King is actually an awesome, insane song. It's a 12-minute epic, and Jay is the Robot King. Without the Robot King, this epic wouldn't exist. So thank you, Jay.
Okay, well, that was appreciative. Thank you, my man. That was pretty nice of you.
Seriously, you just made that song so much better. It's like, woo, there goes Jay with his entry. Yeah, I'm the Robot King. You just killed it. Like, I can feel it. Every time I hear it, you're like, oh, shit. The Robot King just entered. It's going down.
Hey, I guess that's my nickname then, Robot King. I like how I go by many names like Gandalf. So that actually works. Yep. Shoot. Or like how the women will be like, oh God, it's him. Yeah, that usually is how it goes. But I'm going to tell you one way or another, man, like the way you go about it, it's like a voyage each and every single time. And I remember that you had a song like this called Voyage 93. And it was featured by another friend of ours and mutual artist, Blastpast, who will make an appearance on this show. I will see to it. But,
oh, yeah.
I mean, like the way
I am looking forward to that episode.
The way you guys just mixed up and just made this stuff happen for this particular song, I mean, right then and there. What inspired it, man? I just need to know.
Well, I mean, Blast and I, we had been back and forth just chatting, and we were eventually going to make a song. We never had any material. And then when I was working on the songs for my album, I was looking for a song to work with him. So I took a little while, and then I finally found it. I was like, wait. And then I sent it to him. I was like, Blast, I don't know why, but this feels like an alien invasion. And I need your help. You're my alien, so so go ahead and do your stuff, because I love his sound. So, and he just he came back with that track, and I was like, yeah, thank you, Blast.
Oh man, see, that's one awesome way. That's what the Jam Fam is all about. I like the fact that you guys are communicating, combining talents, going ahead and just utilizing all sorts of epic stuff to happen, man. It's kind of like an episode of Dragon Ball Z. When things happen in the episode, by the way. That's what I like. And the beautiful part of it is, I get to narrate it. Previously on J360 Jam Z.
But you know that Dragon Ball Z was they would stretch the things like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, like how long does it take for a planet to explode, man? I mean, come on, let's just be honest.
Oh my gosh. Like 5 episodes on that.
God, we never got off Namek, did we? Think about it. Shoot. Hey, by the way, which reminds me, I do have like the whole series, but you know what? Nope. Not getting into that right now. We'll talk about that on the way back, because we got to get started with Voyager 93 or Voyage 93. So hop in the space capsule, y'all. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
This is a glass of water, colorless, tasteless. It contains 100 gamma of LSD-25, 1/10 of a milligram, the equivalent of 1/600th of a grain. An ounce of this material will make 150,000 such doses. Let us observe the effect some 3 hours later.
the faster I swing.
Getting caught in the wrong shoes can interrupt your plans for the day, like when that 10% chance of rain ends up looking more like 100%. When the transition to fall and winter feels more like experiencing every season on the same day, there's the Allbirds Mizzle collection. These shoes were made for misty morning walks, surprise snow days, and anything a trip to the dog park might bring. The whole collection brings together water-repellent technology and classic style, so you can stay warm, dry, and comfy during your everyday adventures. Cross off errands with the splash protection on the Wool Runner Mizzle. Dash through cold and wet weather with all-condition traction and reflective details on the Wool Dasher Mizzle. Or upgrade to next-level protection with the Mudguard on the Wool Runner-Up Mizzle Plus. Go to allbirds.com and use code FRESHSOCKS for a free pair of socks with your purchase. ALLBIRDS.com, code FRESHSOCKS.
Help spread love and feel the joy of giving back. During the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event at Beardmore Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to the charity of your choice for every new Subaru purchased or leased. The ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, the National Park Foundation, the Housing Foundation of Sarpy County, or Offutt Air Force Base's Airman's Attic. Plus, we will give an additional $100 locally to help even more. Go to BeardmoreSubaru.com to learn more. Submit charity selection by 1/12/24. Promotion ends 1/2/24. See Subaru.com for more details.
And that was Voyage 93 by SpaceForce and Blastpast. Two of the most awesome dudes that I have had the pleasure of meeting in my days of being the leader of the Jam Fam and all those other titles I have. Okay, so.
Shout out to Blastpast. Thank you, Blastpast.
Yep, shout
out
to
that feature. And you know that we're going to make some new music soon.
Oh man,
so
I can't wait.
Hopefully, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I know it's gonna happen eventually.
Hey, one way or
All
another,
right, love you, Blast.
The eye in the storm is still booming, and I can't, like one way or another, I can't stress it enough. I like it. It's kind of like when me and Topher show up, and then we got the tag team belts, and then one way or another, the running gag in the feud is it's J-Mania. One way or another, it's gonna go down. You don't know what to do.
God,
you don't know what to do. Yeah, all I gotta do is drink some of my special 80s juice, and then all of a sudden I get these big muscles and crap, and then no, it's not steroids, don't even try it. But one way or another, bulk right up and speak my piece.
Every time you do that on Jams, I'm just cracking or something. I mean, it's impossible not to crack up when you do that voice.
Yeah, man, you know it, because, wrestling was a big deal to me at one time, man. I used to love that stuff. You know what I mean?
I used to love it too, man. I used to watch WCW every Monday.
Shoot, I know it. You're a man of taste. Of course you have. That stuff was awesome back in the day, dude.
Yeah, my favorite two wrestlers from WCW were Goldberg and Sting.
My man, mine too.
You see?
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to tune in all the time just to see Sting, man. That was my dude right there.
It sucks, though, what they did, what WWE did to him. The way they set him up for WrestleMania, and then he just loses. That was so... I just felt bad for him, because he deserved more.
Yeah, he did. But, the thing about it is, that's kind of Vince McMahon's problem. Unless he actually made that character isn't going to go too far. And truth be told,
true. The only one that Goldberg was the only one that pretty much out of the bunch from WCW, like after, he's the one that he actually won the championship and all that. But yeah, it's true.
But I mean, to be fair, he was up against a part-time and Brock Lesnar, so you know.
Yeah.
but you know, I'll be honest, Will, he didn't do that to all of them. Now Vince is not that damn stupid, because he went ahead and he did work with Booker T. So I will say that much.
Well, but Booker T, he's like all around. He's like a superstar in everything he does.
Yeah.
Of course, I remember Booker T. That's another one of my favorites. Oh yeah,
yeah, Spin Rudy,
dig it,
yeah. Harlem Heat.
Oh man,
yes,
dude, I miss that, man.
I mean, like right then and there, Monday nights was the place for you, because you had pro wrestling, you had football, and you had pretty much a lot of time, so you can imitate that stuff. One way or another, this stuff was fun.
Oh yeah, it's still fun.
Yeah. Well, you know,
just not what's currently on, but it's kind of fun to watch.
Well, dude, they started
like WrestleMania wasn't that bad.
Yeah, but they're starting to harken back. You would hope that WrestleMania wouldn't be bad, but there's been some. Let's not forget. I was like, damn, why don't they just? Oh, I get it. They won't go all.
I mean, the ending of WrestleMania, I was like, yeah, it didn't change. WWE, you're still with the same shit. You pump us up, and then at the end, you just take a huge shit. Here you go. There's your pay-per-view. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, that was bad. Oh my god. I was like this. I was like,
it's just...
this is not getting resolved at all, is it? The Monday after Raw is gonna suck too, and it did.
Yeah.
But you know what? I guess that's us now, man. I mean, one way or another, we was in the ring, and now we're trying to conduct the show. But you know what, though? I can see it now. Welcome to the J360 Fighting League. We don't need no damn squared ring. Matter of fact, we got nothing but metal on metal. The human body can take so much, unless you're over 40. So one way or another, take it, beat it for what it is. Pedal to the metal now. Oh yeah. Dude, I think I should go ahead into that kind of business. I would like to see how that would work. Anyway.
Awesome.
But you know what, though? Right now, I'm being content with it, but I'm going to go ahead and write the notes later. But see, the thing is, as we go about this, my man, you know, you ever think that we're going to actually get to where we need to be with, like, space travel and all that kind of stuff? Or you think we're just going to keep having the same, Actually, what kind of future you think we're going to have? You think we're going to have that one where we can actually travel around to different planets, or are we going to have that Mad Max future that nobody wants?
No, I actually think at some point, there's a huge population of Earth is going to be on Mars, and then it's just going to be like the commute is going to be normal. Yeah, I'm going to go to Mars. I'm going to see. That's what I think.
Oh, okay. So Total Recall then. All right.
Yes, exactly. Total Recall. Where I was watching it, it's like with his eyes bulging out. Oh my god.
Yo, man, that used to...
I remember as a kid, I would just laugh at that. It's just like so...
Oh, man, dude, that used to shock the hell out of me. But because of the texture, you know what I mean? The way they were going about it and stuff.
You know what? The character that actually... The character actually freaked me out and still freaks me out was the dude with the baby inside of him. With a little hand coming out.
Oh my god, Kawatsu. Kawatsu was weird.
Your mind.
Yeah.
Open your mind. I would have nightmares with him saying that. Open your mind. And it would just endless loop. Open your mind.
Oh my god.
That was the worst.
Kawatsu was freaky, man. I was like, oh my god.
The nightmares, dude.
You can never unsee that. It's like
No.
Shoot.
I'm like I can see it clearly in my mind, the image of that. That's just disturbing.
I mean, one way or another, Kawatsu had a plan, but I was like, this is some scary shit. Could you, like, cover him up and just we pretend he's here? I mean, things like that.
Yeah, I wasn't ready the first time I saw that. Man, my parents failed there. They should not let me watch that at that age.
Shoot. I mean, I'm the same way with, like, watching Roger Rabbit, and then, like, you see Judge Doom is actually Judge Doom, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That
some
shit...
pretty... weird things from the 90s movies.
Yeah. I mean, but one way or another, I'd like to have a cartoon sidekick. That'd be funny as hell.
That would be, yeah. That'd be so funny.
Shoot, maybe like a walking, talking platypus or some shit. Be like, oh, you think your life's weird, right? I'd be like, dude, I'm talking to a cartoon.
You know, but then it might turn into like the Flintstones with what was his name that he always was like hovering over Fred.
Oh, Kazoo.
Yeah,
the great.
Imagine
Kazoo.
that. Then it becomes annoying.
Yeah, the one character that nobody liked, but everybody remembers him. Like no. Think about it, dude.
Yeah, he's infamous. He's infamous.
Yeah, he is. But think about it. Like, you got diehard characters, right? And then you got those ones that you always remember because you didn't like them and nobody else liked them. Like kind of like, Scrappy Doo. Like, nobody likes Scrappy Doo now, but when he came out, people liked him, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And then somewhere along the line, there was somebody that had a lot of time and a lot of reasons why to not like Scrappy Doo, and I guess it took place. And then, like, ironically, when Wolverine came out in X-Men, well, he came out in a Hulk comic, but let's just be for real. Like, when he was in X-Men, like the all X-Men, nobody liked him in the beginning. Then when they did that Hellfire Club story and, like, the Dark Phoenix, everybody loved him because he was kicking ass. He was getting his ass whooped in the beginning, but then everybody started to like him, and then, like, we grew into liking him, even though he got his ass kicked in that animated series more than enough times. But still, we all loved him.
Yeah.
So
to me, Wolverine is like Tony Stark for the Avengers. That's what I see. But even though in the comics, Wolverine is part of the Avengers at one point.
Yeah, he was.
So.
Dude, there was like a running gag about that. He even said in a panel, I don't know how many teams I'm a part of. If I ever find that panel, I'll be sure to send that to you. But like, one way or another, my dude, like, yeah, like, God, Kazoo was just annoying as hell. Yeah, I remember that crap.
And going back to Wolverine, just kind of, this is some new Space Force lore.
Okay, well,
Logan's Dream, right? The song Logan's Dream, which is it's not dedicated, but it's like, I don't know. For some reason, I just always thought that song was like a dream that my daughter had, and that's what I'm playing. But anyways, her second name is actually Logan, and I specifically chose that because Wolverine is my favorite Marvel character, and I just was blown away by the movie.
Yes,
Logan.
Yes.
So I was like,
God,
and that's why it has two N's, because two N's makes it feminine.
Well, yeah.
So. That's just
totally
a little
cool.
Yeah.
Shoot, I knew it was. I knew there was a reason for all those things, and that's pretty cool. A loving father would dedicate his art to his kids, and that was something to be proud of, my man. I admired that.
Yeah, and thank you, and I appreciate that. I'm just hoping that's another part of it. Like, I'm hoping that when she's older, and if I'm not here, then there's something that she can go back to and listen to, and like, look, this is what my dad made for me, and I'm always gonna be there with her no matter what.
That's right. Yeah, man. See, that's something to appreciate right there and to be proud of and all. My dude.
Yeah, she gets excited when she hears the song. She's like, she says Space Force. Like, yeah, Space Force music.
Oh wow, that's cute, man. Nothing but respect there, my dude. And because of Wolverine, huh? Nice. Huh.
Yeah, that character. He's always been my favorite. Like, Batman is my. I think it might be a tie between Batman and Wolverine, just because I remember watching the animated series on the Saturday morning. Remember? You probably watched it too, Jay.
Well, I have. I was there. Besides, I had to wait for one of them to go off so I can watch Spider-Man. Look, the point is that... But yeah, like, those three are definitely in my list. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Previously on X-Men.
Yeah!
Yes!
Exactly!
Oh my God, dude. I mean, I love that show. I was like blown away, and then all of a sudden, they had a moment in there where Spider-Man did like a little cameo. Granted, it was his web shooter, but he appeared like at the far end of it, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then like they had a moment where the Hulk made an appearance in there, even though he was a Danger Room hologram, but that was still pretty cool to see. Like, they had like little references, and oh my God, that cartoon is just class. Matter of fact, all of them were. Even that short-lived Silver Surfer one was pretty good, which you can watch on Disney Plus.
Yeah, there we go, free promotion.
You know what? You're right. I need to get some of the gross. Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Come on, Disney.
Yeah, that's right. Like, they need more money.
Exactly.
But I will tell you this much, Space Force. One way or another, when I was playing Marvel superheroes, maybe I was thinking of you or something, because I took Wolverine and beat the living hell out of Thanos. I'll tell you that right now.
Maybe.
Shoot.
We haven't gotten a chance to play that game. Like, we tried last time with Victor, and it didn't work.
Yeah, we got to go ahead and do that. In case for those of you that didn't know that, me and Space Force, as good friends and all that stuff, we do have a rivalry. We got kind of a Ryu and Ken thing. See, one way or another, we always check each other on the Capcom games. And you see, it's always Street Fighter between us. He win one, I win one. He wins one, I wins one. But somebody's going to have to come out top. And then I think you won the first tourney, I won the second tourney, and then all of a sudden Victor somehow beast moded himself, elevated, ate some mushrooms, and he went from Vic to Victor and decided to go ahead and beat the hell out of both of us to win the third tourney.
He turned into a Saiyajin, that's why. Saiyan, that's the Super Saiyan. He turned into Super Saiyan.
Oh my god, Super
Saiyan.
Enough
for this.
Super Saiyan Victor. Oh, wow. Yeah, that was about it. Yeah, his hidden powers came to light that day. I wonder if he's still maintaining it. Because if so, we got to check him. But yeah.
Yep, we got to check him. This Saturday, right?
Yeah, it's Saturday, actually. Saturday at 9 o'clock p.m. on twitch.tv/J360TV. There will be another Showdown Series tourney. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, you get to watch it. You get to go ahead and comment. You get to sit back and listen to our crazy commentary on things, including ribbing each other. Because you know what? You come for the fights, but just stay for the laughs. And that's what it's all about.
Hell
because things have to be defined on this. And one way or another, we are going to be playing some Marvel vs. Capcom again. Because, one way or another, that's a step in the right direction. Damn it. I mean,
it's always fun playing those games.
Oh, I know, man. And you know something, like, the fact that Disney, or it's probably Disney holding it up, because if it was Marvel being Marvel, they would have been behind the whole thing of Capcom doing another one. They would have been behind it.
I think so, yeah.
Because, see, the thing is...
It has to be Disney, because Marvel doesn't seem like that.
Yeah. And the fact that, this is the perfect time to re-release all of them in the Versus series, so we all can just beat the living hell out of each other online. I mean, Arcade 1-Up has it, but who wants to spend, at least, $400 for a machine that you have to constantly keep working on and stuff? Because, parts wear down. When you
the space that it takes.
Huh? Yeah.
The space that it takes. Where are you going to put it?
And then not only that, shit. I'm kind of trapped because, I'm trying to move and stuff like that, and I want that damn thing. You know what I mean? It'd be like,
but that would be sick to have that cabin. I'd be so proud.
Yeah. I'll be looking right at it and be like, well, I guess I'm going to have to hold back on my plans a little bit, but at least I still got this cabinet.
I took a small detour. I'll be right back on my path.
That's it. Yeah, I'm coming to work today.
Yeah, I'm staying for overtime. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, sit right there. Go ahead and run with that. But then again, I'll find a way to make it work. Maybe I will try to. I'm looking at that area right now. But then again, no, because I got to go ahead and focus on jamming with you guys. That machine will be waiting on me, so I'll be all right. But I'll tell you one thing, though. There's no reason why it shouldn't be on, why it's not on consoles, PCs, and all that kind of stuff right now. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
But then again, some people are probably going to chime and say, but Jay, what about emulators? Mind your business!
Nah, it's not the same.
Yeah. Actually, hold on. I know somebody who would say, Jay, what about emulators? You know what I mean. I'm just saying. All right? Now, while we're on the subject, he's a dear friend of ours, too. You know him, too, Space Force. You made a song with him, actually. Our good friend Neon Sweatsuit.
Oh, Neon Sweatsuit. Oh.
Yeah. Which, by the way...
The dude is sick.
Yeah, he's awesome, man. One way or another. For honorable mention, I'm going to go ahead and mention, I'm not going to play it right now because every artist that appears on Hangouts usually gets 3. So, but... That could be one of his.
They can check it out. Later.
Yeah, so I'm going to mention it. It's called Through the Universe. You guys will love it. I'm just letting you all know. It's one of them awesome tracks off the Initiation album, and you don't want to miss it.
It's
and
like
now,
space rock.
Yes, space rock indeed. And I'm loving that we are keeping that genre alive. Or is it a genre? I don't know. What is genre nowadays? You know,
what
genres.
is genre? I hate genre.
Yeah. Genre. Why does it entrap us so? You know damn well I was writing a science fiction novel, but then you try to say that it was romantic lust. Sure, that's in it, but it's not the main driving force. I'm bestseller material. Hey, I mean, one way or another, it could work. So she dropped her pants. It was mutual.
It was mutual.
hey, you gotta specify
you gotta
that now.
clear that out, right?
I mean, that. See,
yes,
there ain't
sorry, have that signed in paper, notarized, please. Thank you.
That's where we are as a people now, man. I'm afraid so. See, I gotta be mindful of my intentions. Stuff's wild, dude. See, it's not always the wild stuff that surrounds me. Yeah, it is. What the hell was I going with that? Yeah, usually it is. see, that's the adventure right there, man. That's what kind of, messes with things. Kind of like that little crap right there with Discord now.
Yeah, those are the little nuggets of frustration.
Yeah, one way or another, you got to work hard for those accolades.
Definitely.
But hey, man, like one way or another, as it seemed like we deviated from the interview, but you gotta understand this is a nice casual chat. We're having a good time hanging out and everything. One way or another, folks, like, you gotta admire the achievements that SpaceForce has made as of yet. And, if you really want to support him, you want to go ahead and tell him some links and stuff like that, some information for him so they can really, rally behind you, build that armada up.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? I just wanted to say this. I just want to tell everyone that listens to my music or is interested in like who is SpaceForce and what music you create. You can support me by just listening to my music. You don't have to spend 1 cent. My music is free everywhere. Now, if you want to support me, you can go ahead and Bandcamp if you want. But seriously, just by listening to a song and just letting me know, hey, you know what? I like that song. It made me feel this. That is the world to me. More than just you purchasing the song. You letting me know what feelings you got from my song. That is what fills me up with joy.
That was beautiful, dude.
So you should definitely check out my stuff. Yeah, I mean that's the truth. That's me being honest. I know there's, and I'm not here to bring any negativity, zero negativity, because I am positive and I consider myself. I don't know if this is a thing, but I see myself as a realist first. I see the things how they are, and then I try to be positive of what I have in the moment. So I'm not. If that kind of spreads out to my music. I create music because I can. I have my job. Yes, I'm a teacher, and I'm not living off of this, but I have this almost, I think, the same passion that I have when I teach my students. I feel that passion when I create my music. So I see it like that. I don't want to be charging people money, but if you want to support me, you can go ahead and grab my songs in Bandcamp. But the real pleasure that I get is from people telling me what they felt.
That was
it's priceless. Man. That's priceless to me.
Could you teach me to do that? I'm just messing. Yep. Hey, by the way, man, that's what I like about you, man. You're humble, you're honest, down to earth, and 100% truth, and that's what it's supposed to be like. That's what you would want the music industry to be.
Yeah, and I go back to teaching. I don't change who I am when I teach. I am who I am always 100%. I teach who I am right now. I'm a funny, quirky guy, and I'm humble and I'm honest, and I just I'm just trying to spread out positivity and love, because right now the way things are, it's just everyone's just so full of hate and negativity. And so if I can be that little sunshine, a little ray of light among the darkness, and so be it.
You know something? I'm gonna have to be honest, man. I'm gonna have to take back those days of trolling you. I'm gonna have to take back those days and be like, "Oh, leave it alone, SpaceForce. You go away, man. Don't ever do that again." Things like that. Actually, you know what? I only do that to joke around, because the thing about it is, we need more of that. We need more beacons of hope. We need more lightness around here. We need to make life worth living. And let me tell you this: when you listen to, when you listen to the songs that you made, and I mean going back to Crack the Sky, all of them, it does bring that hope. Everything becomes better in the end. Like, you know, you go through that moment, but you realize that one way or another, things come together.
It's all
going to
be fine.
all right.
Yeah. It's going to be okay.
So that's what's awesome about that. So, yeah, I got nothing but respect for that. And, like, when you chime in on a few things, and I'm like, I actually do laugh, believe it or not. So, I'm like, yeah, I'm not upset at that at all. I'm like, well, you see.
Well, I mean, like I'm a funny guy, Jay. So, you know,
I know
I can
that.
be kind of cheesy and corny, but at the same time, there's some funniness in me.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, you have a show about that. You want to tell them about your show?
Hell yeah. That show doesn't suck. So, you've probably seen it, probably not. Well, if you haven't seen it, well, look, that show doesn't suck. It's a show that I produce every 2 weeks, every Sunday. And the whole idea of this show was to feature 2 artists of the indie community. And I just, you know, I know it's hard to grab attention in Instagram or anything you do. So I try to create short videos where you, the indie artist, is spotlighted in the show. So I try to grab one of your recent singles and I listen to it and I add it to my playlist. I have a playlist. Let me take this time just to announce this. SpaceForce Essentials, because that playlist gets a lot of plays. Well, now I have another playlist called That Show Doesn't Suck. So it's all the artists that are featured on That Show Doesn't Suck are in that playlist, and I'm going to slowly share it. And that's the whole idea of the show, to help you get some, you know, promos and just really getting your music out there. So if I can help, and that's another way of me, you know, being me.
Yep, and you know what? True to form, that show doesn't suck. I tune in and I enjoy myself all the time. And one way or another, he doing the Lord's work. I'm proud of him. And it is a funny show, like one way or another. If I can go ahead and say that I highly recommend the show, I do highly recommend That Show Doesn't Suck.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you, Jay.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Like, at the end of the day, I got to pop on there sometime. Be like, what you doing, man? What you trying to do, man? What's going on here? What do I see? Do I see some playtime, huh? Who got airtime on this show? Who needs more airtime? I think everybody does.
You should definitely come on.
Yeah, I'll be making an appearance at least once or twice. Why not? We're in the same galaxy, you know.
Yeah, and I can always come to your galaxy.
Yeah, you're here right now. Now look, here's the beauty of that. Oh man, see, and you're such a delight to have on the show, man. I got to make sure I have you come back too.
Well, I'm glad. You know, sometimes you kind of think about these things and you're like, hey, you think people, like, you know, just thinking to myself, you know, what if people don't really like me? I don't really contemplate too much on that. But, you know, I just hope that they can see me for who I am. You know, that's what I hope for my music too. That you can feel, you know, just positive energy and nothing negative. Because, again, I just go back to this. Like right now, it's like frustrating. You go outside and you're just like, you're bombarded with negativity, the news, everything. So if I can just stay positive, I know it's hard to, but if I can stay positive, I think it can be contagious, and then we can live in a better world.
Yeah, and that's totally all right, man. And truth be told, you know, truth be told, when it gets right down to it, if they have a problem with you, it's usually something wrong with them. And not only that, I'm going to be honest with you, you're not mad at me, you're mad at your dad. That's who you're mad at. You're not mad at me. You don't know me, but you're mad at your dad, and you hate yourself. That's your problem. Yeah, go work that out with somebody else. I'm not Montel, but I gave you an answer for your problems.
Damn, Montel.
God, does he still have a shit now? Think about it.
I don't know, but I remember him.
Damn, I'm showing my age then. Well, guess what?
Yeah,
I'm not Dr. Phil, but you got your answer right now, don't you? Hey, see, the thing about it is I do tough love. I got to do that whole thing. That's the way that goes. Oh,
you remember? I think it was Ricky Lake. Was it?
Oh my God, Ricky Lake. God, what happened to her? Now I think about it.
I don't know.
Shoot, maybe we got to say something that the kids really understand, like Dr. Phil with his exploitative
Dr.
ass.
Phil.
Yeah, he ain't solved no problems, man. He out there making it worse. Anyway, going back to what I was thinking. Oh man, but like I said, man, you've been a delight to me so far, and I'm sure everybody else in the J360 Legion are going to enjoy this. So you got to make a reappearance back on here just to have a good time.
No, anytime, Jay. I'm super stoked that I'm here, and finally we can get this done. Like, you know, because we've been planning this for a while now, and
a long
so
time.
I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm really happy this is finally here. Finally done.
Yeah, you're right. We are finally here. We're at that final countdown. One way or another, we are at that final gate. And since, you've been the guest, and I've already did 2 of your songs, how about this? You introduce the last one.
All right.
All right.
So let's see. How can I make this sound so interesting? Okay. So now we have, to end the show, closing of the show, the final frontier. It kind of matches because that's the feeling I hope you get with the song. Some little information. That song, I actually wrote it at the end of the year, so that's why it feels like that. It feels like something is coming to an end. That was the whole idea behind that song, so that's why it's called The Final Frontier. So I hope you enjoy it.
Excellent. Let's do this then.
Help spread love and feel the joy of giving back. During the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event at Beardmore Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to the charity of your choice for every new Subaru purchased or leased. The ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, the National Park Foundation, the Housing Foundation of Sarpy County, or Offutt Air Force Base's Airman's Attic. Plus, we will give an additional $100 locally to help even more. Go to BeardmoreSubaru.com to learn more. Submit charity selection by 1/12/24. Promotion ends 1/2/24. See Subaru.com for more details.
Okay, that was the Final Frontier from Space Force. Hot off the Initiation album. And I'm going to tell you one way or another, don't just stop with the Initiation album. Check out his other albums too, like Crack the Sky, Sunset Sky, and all the other singles in between. Like, one way or another, this man has incredible work, great music out here, an awesome atmosphere. By the way, Space Force, remember when you did make the album Spotlight for J360 Productions? I think it's time you made the next one, because Initiation was too good. I got to go ahead and make another article for you for that. Matter of fact, that's going to happen. Yeah, you got to get on that.
Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome, my man. And by the way, we got to make sure we get all your links down there so people know where to find you and all that cool stuff. Because, like I said, one way or another, this is the start of something great. There's going to be more to come in the future. And
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. Especially when we take jams to that next level.
It's going to that next level.
Oh, yes. Because there ain't no point in going back. I'll tell you that right now. And you see, one way or another, you owe me a Street Fighter match, sir.
I see you Saturday, sir.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, but we're not playing Street Fighter, right?
Says who?
I don't think so.
Says who?
Oh. Right, you're the jams master. You're the master of production.
Well, that's about right, my dude. And one way or another, I'll go ahead and I'll do a Vince McMahon swerve right now. Matter of fact, we're going to be looking at that gaming lineup.
What was the song that he used to Chance in Hell? Something like that.
Yeah. No chance. That's what you got.
No chance. There we go. No chance.
No chance.
No chance in it.
Hell, you got no chance. Oh, my
God. Yeah. He had a cool theme song.
Yeah, he did. And then he would always come out walking the way he did.
I think, you know what? So now, going back to that walk, I think he did it first. McGregor does something like that. I think McGregor probably got influenced by Vince, because it's like the same walk with the flating, like the arms just all over.
Yeah, I gotta admit, he come out with that swagger though. It's funny as hell to watch.
Oh yeah,
but he come out there with it. He let you know he the boss, motherfucker.
He is the boss.
Shoot. I mean, he crazy as hell, but God, a lot of us want to be him. Let's just be honest. Shoot.
Hey, he has his own wrestling company.
Yeah, he does. You know something, would I do the same thing like that if we were doing like an outside concert? Hell yeah. Walking out like that, yeah. Not giving a damn.
No chance.
No chance in hell you got. Oh, dude, you know something?
Yeah.
I think you, me, Topher, and whoever else wants to be involved, we need to go look at some old wrestling videos and just talk over them. That'd be funny as hell.
That would be funny as hell.
Oh, no. See, why you talk about it like that, man? Were you there? And then we rewind the video back. See, this is what happens when you talk. That'll be fun. But like I say, hey, that's more ideas of what to come. So we'll see what we can do at that point. And I will keep you posted on that and stuff like that. So we will grow from there. And you know what? It's getting to that point where we got to do the final send-off, my dude. And like I said, I'm glad I had you here and everything. And it was a pretty awesome episode. And lots of laugh, lots of entertainment. And then, of course, we showcased 3 of your songs. So how you want to send us off?
Well, let's send us off by first thanking you, Jay. Thank you for having me on the Hangouts. Thank you for the enormous support. Thank you for being my friend. And everyone that's listening, thank you for listening. It's always awesome that you take the time to listen to Jay's podcast. He has a lot of awesome content. You just got to go and really actually listen to it. Don't write and say, yeah, I want to check it out, and then you never do. Don't be that guy. See? Don't be that guy, okay? Go ahead and listen to Jay's podcast, and when you get the chance, you can also listen to my music. And one thing I want you to remember, SpaceForce loves you, okay? So whenever you feel like you're alone and there's no one there for you, think of Space Force. Space Force loves you, all right? Space Force is there. You go ahead and listen to my music, and if you want to go ahead and reach out to me, I will listen to you because I am an ear for you, and I'm here for you, okay? So I hope all of you enjoyed the show.
And you see right there, that's exactly why he's here. Because you know one way or another, y'all, the way you and ours relationship is, it's the best damn community building since that shotgun wedding we all just had an invitation to. Because that's some crazy shit right there. I'm kidding. We have a great relationship between you, me, the J360 Legion, and everybody here in the Jam fam. One way or another, it's a community of positivity. And you know what? It's okay to laugh. It's okay to have a good time. And you know, as we make your lives easier with the entertainment and keeping things afloat, because it's a rough sales out there, but we're going to make it through this. So you just stay true to it, and we're going to keep going forward. I'd like to thank Space Force for being here, and I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in. And, you know, another major shout out to the fact that we're able to keep doing these kind of shows, because there's more to come. So till then, this is J-Man signing off, and of course my guest,
Space Force.
All right. Laters, y'all. See ya.
Take care.
Help spread love and feel the joy of giving back. During the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event at Beardmore Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to the charity of your choice for every new Subaru purchased or leased. The ASPCA, Make-A-Wish, Meals on Wheels, the National Park Foundation, the Housing Foundation of Sarpy County, or Offutt Air Force Base's Airman's Attic. Plus, we will give an additional $100 locally to help even more. Go to BeardmoreSubaru.com to learn more. Submit charity selection by 1/12/24. Promotion ends 1/2/24. See Subaru.com for more details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, oh, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.